I think I know. I testify for you. No one called you. Like, you're not saying what happened. Grand Rising. Great money. Great money. Oh, what you say? Great money. I like to try to get on early in the morning. Hopefully them damn kids is up. I don't wake up kids. How's my morning going? My morning is spectacular. Was it, what did he say? Spectaculicious. Fine. I look good. Look good. Did a 30-minute workout this morning. I'm still fasting. I'm not going to eat my breakfast sandwich until 8 o'clock. I got a little time. So y'all do know. What else I say? First of all, look at. See that? Biotin. Get y'all some. Alright, so what do y'all want to talk about early this morning? Do y'all want to get on Uniform Commercial Code? Do y'all want to talk about car contracts? What do y'all want to talk about? Oh, feeling my titty. Before anybody be like, what the fuck is you taking? This right here. If the pom pom is wet, this get her wetter. You feel me? The smells and odors make them smell sweet. No babies. No babies. That's what it is. Alright, what you mean by car contracts? Any side effects to those? The only thing that I can honestly say, like, if I do not drink a lot of water, then it'd be like I have a lot of pimples and stuff on my face. Real bad. But this right here is considered half a gallon. But this is chlorophyll water in here too. So it's not like regular water. And then they say only take one of these, which is biotin. But it's all about the MCG, like how many? It's 10,000. So that's why they say you only supposed to take one. I still take two. That's just a form of habit. But it helps my hair grow a lot. I'm able to put this bitch in a ponytail. Okay? A high ponytail. Anyway. So what I mean by car contracts and how illegal they are. So if you don't know, or if you haven't had a car with U.S. Auto Sales, American Car Center, or Nicholas Financial Inc., those are the people who actually closed down. They used to be a buy here, pay here place, and they ended up closing down. I feel like this light is just too light. Okay. They ended up closing down, and I was the first official one to get her contract officially canceled before they went into bankruptcy. I've showed people multiple times how their cars are pretty much already prepaid for. I talk about a lot of shit. I do a lot of shit, and I talk about a lot of shit. I'll say that. When it comes to, I did report them to a couple of different people. So I'm going to tell you who I reported them to. Hold on. Ooh. And I say my glasses crazy. All right. Now it don't look as cloudy. I thank you for that. Thank you for the ice cream and the votes and whatnot. Who did I report these people to? I did report them to the Office of Comp and Currency. Okay. So, so I have to send over, I actually got to send over something to the Financial Industry Regulation Authority. So, yeah. So, send in your complaints. Complain on these companies because they're not doing what they're supposed to do, honestly. I got to finish rewriting a lot of my notes. Anything dealing with Uniform Commercial Code is more likely a secured transaction. Which means that everything that you got going on was already prepaid for. I can show it to you. Best way that I can show it to you is by looking at an old contract. Most contracts, they pretty much look like this, I'm for sure. You know what I'm saying? These boxes right here will tell you what's up. Like, if you read the boxes, like the first one says annual percentage rate, and then it goes to say the cost of my credit as a yearly rate. Well, when have you ever heard of a secured card? No, I'm sorry. When have you ever heard of unsecured card that you have to pay for out of pocket right then and there? An unsecured credit card is them giving you money. You know how people be like, oh, I just got $50K from Navy Federal. Unsecured, which means that they didn't have to put no money down for that credit. But this contract is telling me right off bat that I have credit, and that I had credit even before I even put a down payment down. Even before I put a down payment, even before I put a monthly payment, anything. That's what it's telling me in these boxes right here. The next thing, the dollar amount the credit will cost me. So I have credit and it's going to cost me. Make that make sense? That don't make sense at all to me. And for the people that do have cars with U.S. Auto Sales, American Car Center, or Nicholas Financial Inc., your shit was transferred over to somebody else. Mind you, it was already paid for. And a lot of people don't understand, like, coming into this knowledge shit is not for the weak heart. Because honestly, you're going to have to take everything that you learn, even that BS that you learned in school. You're going to have to take all of that, throw it away. Throw it away. Because it means you no good. It's not fulfilling you. It's not getting where you need to be. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's just not, it's not doing it. Like, as bad as you want to be like, I know that I went and did 12 years. Absolutely not. That shit don't mean nothing. And your kids is learning the same shit. Nothing. They're not learning nothing. So, when I say my book collection is heavy, I got so many books. I'm going to show y'all the books I got. Hold on. Alright, so let's see. This is, when I don't be playing around, this is what I do. I read. So, first things first, I think I'm going to go over here. Go over here. Now, this is not all my books, but this is some of my books that I'm about to show y'all that I be getting into. So, matter of fact, I'll start with this one. This is what's on my bed, and I'm gonna just show y'all. Don't ask me why I haven't got back into this, but this is a good book. This talks about the law of negotiable instruments. Everything that we do is considered money. So they wouldn't be able to fund the account without your name and your social or your exemption number, right? And that's how they create promissory notes, bills of exchange, bank checks, and other commercial paper with negotiable instruments, okay? So that's what that one is. I be having so much here. Let me just put that back up there, face down, because it's not nobody's business. All right, let's see. What's another good one? Ouch. All right, let's get into it. Let's see. This is a really good one. This is a really good book. I would prefer you get the physical copy because I don't remember the PDF file. The PDF file don't have this in the back. which is very informative, is the best way I can say it. This is very heavily documented information about the government and who's been controlling a lot of stuff. So it's informative. I'll put this one back. Another good book. Love him as a author. Really dope. This right here specifically deals with all your transactions and stuff. I'll be in and out of my book. So, talks about the determination of a finance charge, criminal liability, the rights to rescind a certain transaction. Like, it goes deep. So, y'all have to start reading this. These are United States codes. These are USC. So anytime you've ever heard on the internet USC, that's what they're talking about. United States code. So this is all 50-something states. All right. What else do I got? Ooh, shit. What else do I got? Is this a good one? Good book. I mean, I ain't gonna sit here and hold you. It's kind of like a fill in the blank type of situation, but everybody's eventually going to have a trust, so that you hold no liability. That's why when you ever heard anybody say own nothing, control everything, they're talking about trust and trust law, right? What else do I got? I got a couple of books because I be in and out. I'm not saying that you will have to go to federal court, but it's best to kind of know this stuff if in case you do need to, which I need to buy an up-to-date version. That's on evidence. That's on criminal. I just got this one. I haven't read this yet. I'm not going to sit here and hold you if I read it. I have read bits and pieces of this, but I need to go back and finish reading this. This is a pretty good book to have. This right here, Civil Procedures, GOAT. This is definitely GOAT. This kind of helped me through my federal proceedings, which a lot of the situations that we deal with on a day-to-day basis, eventually we will have to go through federal court. So here's something that kind of gives you a basis of federal procedures. This is a good one. A lot of people that said, what was it? The Meet Your Straw Man, those books, they like $5 a piece. I actually gave mine away. What else? I've read that. Actually, I was supposed to give that back to somebody that I borrowed it from. I borrowed it from somebody else, but I haven't given it back. What else? Everybody should have one of these. And this. What else? I'll put those back in there. Yeah, I think that's it on here. But y'all like the live, but sure the live, y'all want me to keep going with all my little bookie books. And I said I was going to end up writing notes from each and every one of these, which I will. I just have not as of yet. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. Y'all like the live and share the live if you want me to continue to show y'all some of my books that I've invested in for the knowledge. Oh, thank you. What else? This is a really good one. This is a hard one to find, but that's on that gives like African American folk tales and stuff. All right. This is the drawer that I had to stop going in and I had to stop showing people because my drawer is broke. Okay. Anytime that you don't understand a word, you need a dictionary. I don't care what nobody said. Webster's dictionary is not what's always best. And a lot of people don't know that a lot of the terms that we've been using on the day-to-day basis is it's technically not regular words. They're banking terms. You know, banks first deposit, rates, and these are banking terms. So
they would not make sense to be in a Webster dictionary. They would be in a banking term dictionary. These are hard to come by too, but you can find them on Amazon. It's a blue one that I need to get. 501c3, which is something that I do want to start. I haven't reread this book. I read this book like a long time ago. So I'm going to have to go back through it because I do want to have a nonprofit organization. I'm not saying that this is like the best way to go, but again, you want to find something out, you pretty much do it yourself. This is a really, really good dictionary that I like. I need to get volume 2 because this only goes like A through M or L or something like that. Oh, A through J. So this is half. It's I'm gonna say it's informative. If y'all want me to do like a word of the day out of Bouvier's Law Dictionary, let me know. We can start at A and go through this entire book. We can learn together. I ain't tripping off of that. I never try to hide something. If I know something, I know something. If I don't, you feel me? I ain't gonna tell you that I do know. What else? This right here, to me, this book right here, get you this shit. Yeah, do a word of the day. Okay, I can do that. I can start doing that. That'll help me and help y'all at the same time. If y'all ever want to go back and reference this right here, let me explain something to you. This book is the GOAT. This is the GOAT. I don't remember where I saw this book at, but whoever showed me this book, GOAT, and I'm gonna tell you why. It gives a lot of codes, but it also gives like forms and stuff that you can use. And I was able to file a federal case without paying for federal costs. Federal court cases cost $450 and up. And a lot of people don't tell you that. They'll be like, oh yeah, you need to go to federal court. But they're not going to tell you that there's stuff like this, an application to proceed in district court, which is still federal court for the United States District of whatever state you're in, without prepaying fees or court costs. So I did pass that, and I was able to do that. So I can successfully say that I know how to file the paperwork, and then, you know what I'm saying, go from there. It is Federal Rules of Civil Procedures, because that's what it is. It's a civil case, but it's in federal court. That's what that means. But this is a good book to have. Even though a lot of people be like, oh, Contract Law for Dummies is this is a dumb book. No, it's not. It just because it's titled for dummies doesn't mean necessarily like, all right, cool, it's for dummies. Y'all like the live and share the live. I'll continue to share a lot of the books that I kind of get into or whatnot. I need to be on somebody FYP, maybe. All right. This right here is Georgia Jurisprudence. You're dumb before you leave it. Okay. I got this out of Cobb County Law Library. What people don't understand is anytime that the law, what's my status? My status is the same until I finish changing it. I got this out of the law library. I do not have to return it. I don't have to do none of that because I purchased this book for $5. Anytime, yeah, I haven't finished changing my status. I got a lot of paperwork that I got to do. But anytime that the law is being updated, I don't care where you at. You can go to your county courthouse. Go to their law library. Every courthouse has a law library, and they sell these books. All the old books, they sell them. All right. So that kind of helps me. Canon Law. Really, really good. I like the fact that it is a translation. Like one side is Latin, the other side is complete English. So it goes back and forth. Latin. If you need help, I got you. I'm already private. I got some cases that I gotta figure out first before I completely go that way. Good book. A lot of people, I've heard people say that this is not a good book. It's just about a meeting or whatever the case may be. This meeting was potent to the United States. No cap. So, yeah, it's some other stuff that I gotta handle before Latin is our original language, but it's everybody's not there when it comes to the knowledge, so I don't like saying a lot of stuff. So yeah, this is a really good book. This one, like I said, I got this out of Clinton County's Law Library. I bought this for like $5. Sorry y'all. This has something to do with insurance. Title 33, insurance. Again, these are Georgia rules. This is not, you know what I'm saying, necessarily. But all I have to do is just sit down and read it. Now, I really need to go back to the law library and see if they have something on Title 40. Here in the state of Georgia, each and every title is something. But status correction can change everything. Yes and no. And the only reason I say yes and no is because yes, it can change, and yes, it can help everything, but it also, you don't necessarily need it. Because I know people that get bills paid without having to do a status correction. And I've had people get cars and use negotiable instruments and use a lot of things that a lot of private citizens use without having to physically change their status. But I do understand that, you know, setup is going to be initially the go-to. Everything got to be set up properly. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying that what you're saying is wrong, because I already know what you're talking about. This is another good book. American Jurisprudence, Pleadings, and Practice. The best woman on the plane comes from Georgia. Cobb County Law Library. I got this one for $5. This is basically, a lot of times, this is how I'm able to format. Like, a lot of people ask me, how do I do my motions, transcripts, or anything. This is where I get my formats and stuff from. I get it from this book. And then this is a reference book. I bought these for $5. I got all three of them to kind of sort of reference. If I need to reference a code for the state of Georgia, I kind of like go to these books. This is every law in the state of Georgia. Like I said, I bought each one of these for $5. Go to the law library. Most of these, they still, if they make any changes in the law, it could be a period they could change, or a new law, and they will sell y'all these books for $5, $10, $20, whatever. So that's some of it. I'm still not done. Y'all continue to like the live. If you want me to keep going, that's perfectly fine. When I say I have books, I still got books that I gotta read, and it's still books that I have not read. I feel like the world is like my oyster, and I feel like, you know what I'm saying, going through this life is not what I've been living. I'll say that. I haven't been able to sit up here and that's not law. Okay. Listen, I will never sit up here. I'm not gonna. Everybody has to do whatever they feel like is what's best in their journey. My journey started here. Right, but so Bouvier's Law Dictionary is not the only dictionary that you can have or that you should have. I'm just showing my books collection, and this is just volume 1. A lot of people say, oh, get Bouvier's Law Dictionary, and don't realize that it's multiple ones. So, again, if it was, you know what I'm saying, if it was on some other shit, like I didn't know what the fuck I was talking about, or I didn't know what I was doing, I wouldn't have half those books. Then I got this one, which that let me know what tribe. I do not have your stuff together. I got this to figure out what tribe I can claim if I decided to, which I am. This talks about the name. You have your stuff together. Oh, no, you good. I haven't read this, but I heard it was a good read. I still need to finish reading this because I started this, but I didn't finish. This was Title 24, which Title 24 in the state of Georgia is evidence only, how to build evidence, whatever the case may be. A lot of times, people don't understand that everything that they're doing is to uphold and to build evidence in some type of way. They haven't changed this book since 2013. They just changed it last year. Hence why I was able to grab this book, and I got it for $5 out of Clayton County Law Library. And if y'all don't know, or if you haven't known, I'm just letting y'all know that, where is it at? LexisNexis writes everything. Every law book that you ever have, I don't care what state you're in, LexisNexis, they write the books, okay? So, you know. What else? What other books I got? What other books do I got? Is this a book? No, that's... I need to start using this. This is my leisure book. I gotta start reading this. Yeah, I gotta start filling this out because I ain't been able to fill it out. Let's read something else. This is a book that I started. I just haven't finished it. Don't give me the line, but I think it's a good read. It's interesting to hear a perspective of how people think when it comes to banking and actually being the bank. So that's a good little read. Y'all like to laugh and share the live. I just got these two books. Wills, Trust and Estates, Problems in Contract Law, Case and Material Law. That's how you know I be everywhere and then I be nowhere. Money Mechanics, everybody should have this to get an understanding how the banks really ain't got no shit. They ain't got no fucking money. Speaking of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, y'all know this motherfucker was bankrupt the whole fucking time? Yeah, while he was giving people financial advice, I thought that was interesting. This one helped me understand the whole U.S. auto sales situation and how people will sit up here and not have to register with the Secretary of State and put everything in a trust somewhere else. And yeah, it helped me understand that a lot. If y'all know my brother, his name is King Elbe. He will reference this book a lot. He has a special folder. Commercial Law and Applied. It's pretty good. Really good book. I've read it 3 times. I have not read this. This was highly suggested to me by an ex. Read this twice. Interesting. I got this. And like I said, I really be having a lot of stuff. And I feel like one day I'm going to have a notebook for each one of these books. I have not yet. That is my plan. I mean, so what you will learn about me, or if you haven't already, a lot of people don't know that I have I have a real, I got a real disorder. And my disorder comes from like ADHD. I have ADHD and impulsive disorder. So for me, certain things like OCD, certain things like, what else? There's a couple of different things that I like to do that I be getting into. Books are initially one of them. And for the books, I have a lot of PDF files, but I don't run to those from jump. Like, that's not something that I do. I don't run to those. I'd rather have physical books because I want to see. They can change anything in a PDF. But I got Property, another civil procedure book. This is the one that I need to get into, that I haven't gotten into yet, because I do a lot of stuff on social media and I know all of that is intellectual property and the new age technology. So even when motherfuckers sit up here and they create a YouTube or Instagram, but they never post anything, that's still some type of intellectual property, which somebody is getting paid off of it, even if it's not you. This right here is my family's Bible. I gotta figure out what's going on with all my notebooks. I got notebooks everywhere. This is my family Bible, so that I can, you know, write down what's what. I haven't got none of this stuff yet, but I did record me and my children. So yeah, one day I'll get a husband and we'll fill this bitch up. One day. Or somebody that I'm committed to, I'll say that. That's the best way to say it. What else? I still got this one, which I need to get an older version. I have a PDF version of the older one. I've used this book so much, it has torn, okay? And this was the brand new. I bought this brand new. It was $150. $150, pretty much. I guess, no, I'm not going to say it's down the drain, but I used the fuck out of this. I'll say that. I used the fuck out of this, and that's kind of what it is. So I'm going to put that over there. I try to be as careful as possible. This is a really good book. I reference this shit all the time because it's weird that people learn this shit, but they never talk about it in public. So, like, the business and accounting part and everything really got something to do with the contract in general. But a lot of people... Oh, yeah, I haven't did it yet. I will. I just haven't. But, yeah, everything has to do with the contract and the ownership of everything, or whatever the case may be. It's a lot, but it's worth it because I'm still debating and thinking about being a CPA. Now, I was told that this is a good book, but I'ma just say this. I have not fully gotten into it yet. You can see I got one little thing right there. Because I just really started this book. So I still have books that I have to get into, but I do know that I have to go back through the Uniform Commercial Code. This is the biggest part of my journey that I feel like I accomplished. So this right here is, everybody say get the long form. The long form in my state, well, for me particularly, for me and my children, it doesn't exist. The long form or the live birth form, it doesn't exist. It's somewhere, but they won't let me get a hold to it. So I had to do what I could do. And that's kind of what it is. But yeah. Got it done. That's the biggest part. I will say this. This right here is the biggest part of the entire journey. This is the biggest part. This is going to be a part of my assets and whatnot. But you know how everybody can give you advice. Everybody. I got a couple of coloring books. I keep coloring books everywhere. Everybody can sit up here and give you advice on, like, what to do and all this other stuff. But if you don't know why you're doing what you're doing, then it's kind of like, it's really no point in you doing it. You feel what I'm saying? That's how it is for me. And a lot of people may not think like that because a lot of people be on some just give me the answers type shit. And that's, again, that's cool for some people. But it's just not how I do it. So, that's what it is. I'm up here trying to pick up any little crumbs I can while I can. But yeah, that's my little book collection. That's my little book collection. That's what it is. I still have paperwork that I need to fill out. That I need to fax over to the, what's it called? It's something to change my status, which I can legally change it. But I also have, I don't know. You know how sometimes you just want to have a point of reference on your own? That's how I feel. I want to have a point of reference on my own when it comes to this because, you know, I don't want to just say I'm Indian because I know I am. I want to say I'm Indian because I know I am. I have a 50-50% chance that I may not be Indian. I have not been able to locate my relatives. I haven't had anybody to help me locate my relatives. It's a bunch of shit. Do you have to change your status in order to rescind a contract? No, not at all. I know, because I did it. So that's how I know. That's why when I be telling folks, like, it's cool to correct your status and all, but you ain't got to do that shit to get some shit done. I can tell you that firsthand because I did it. I legally canceled my contract, and I still haven't changed my status. You can look it up and everything. But I was able to, what I did was I separated the promissory note from the purchase agreement. So, the benefits to rescinding the contract, me knowing the stuff that I know now, I would say this. I would say when you rescind a contract, knowing that you would put in place, you know, something to cover your assets, rescinding is a great part of the learning process because you'll have the ability to sit up here and cancel your contract. If you're smart enough, you'll be able to get the securitized audit, which eventually that's what I'm going to end up learning. I have a lot of things that I'm going to do specifically to help my community. But rescission is to find fraud and cancel the contract. You need to find the fraud, cancel the contract. And here's the part that a lot of people don't tell you, or they won't tell you. Rescission is putting both parties where they were before the contract. That's the part that people won't tell you. It is, you're going to, what happens to the vehicle? So, rescission. If we're going back to what it was prior to me getting into the contract, that means I have to return the vehicle and you have to return me my money, and the contract is null and voided. And it can't go on my credit because it doesn't exist at this point. It's no longer. But then you have to put things into place, such as you have to express to a superior court or to a higher power to get some type of judgment to let it be known that I own this physical vehicle, but I am canceling this contract. You know what I'm saying? If you don't do that, things can happen. Now, that's like the downside to it, but a lot of times when you do rescind a contract, it's a couple of things that can happen that is like completely out of your control. So I'm going to say this, like, for example, I've had somebody rescind their car contract. And again, that's like, sometimes it's a 21-day process depending on what state you're in, depending on your jurisdiction. But in 21 days, if they don't come and get the vehicle, you own it. You know what I'm saying? But if they do come get the vehicle, you can't be mad because that is the process of rescission. Right? Rescission, go look it up. Rescission of a contract is to bring parties to what they were prior to the contract. That's what that means. That's what that is. There's no other way around it. You can look it up yourself. That's what it says, to bring parties to what they were prior to a contract. But if you want to avoid that process, you want to make sure that you have, ooh, why it look like I got broad shoulders? God damn. Strong ass neck shoulders. Anyway,